Hey guys, it's John. You're on the JRB Tree Climbing channel. You know what this is. This is the JRB Cinch. It's slightly different than when I introduced it in that instead of using the Buffalo Hitch here, I'm using the Moose Hitch. And I wanted to give you a dedicated video on that. The JRB Cinch is a secure anchor that we can use as a hunter on a tree. It goes on this way. Obviously, I've passed it around the tree, but it gives us an anchor that we don't have to tie a knot at the climb site. We can simply affix it on the tree this way. But there are scenarios whereby we might, like a rappel from a tree that's got branches, where we might want to remove our JRB cinch from the end of the line and then put it back on. And so I'm going to just show you how to do this so you don't have to figure it out on your own. Okay, so what do we need to create a JRB cinch? Well, obviously we need our rope. We need a carabiner. I took the liberty of sliding a little bit of tubular webbing over the carabiner, and that just helps with metal on metal contact if we want to be optimally quiet. That's optional. We need a rappel ring, and I tend to like the use of these large rappel rings for ropes over 9 millimeters, or you can use smaller ones for 8 millimeter ropes. Let's start with this 3 foot of cord, which creates the tether between the hitch itself and the carabiner. And this is 3 feet 36 inches. I just take about a hand width and I create a poacher's knot. Now, I'm going to go quick. You need to know how to tie a poacher's knot. I tie a poacher's knot on both ends of this cord. There's one. Sure, you could fine-tune the length of this a little bit, but I just find this to be roughly appropriate. I'm now going to grab my carabiner. I'm going to take my carabiner and put it on one end, and I'll move it down like that. And so that is going to be ready and waiting for me on standby. Now, as per my recent video on the Moose Hitch, we're going to create a Moose Hitch and attach the ring to it. How do we create a Moose Hitch? Start with that same knot, a poacher's knot. 1, 2. Put the end through. You've got to be fluent with creating these hitches. Okay, so that's the poacher's knot. And it doesn't really matter which side you have up, but I tend to have the crossing side down, and I work it this way. So I take the loop, put it through the ring, and then put the ring through the loop. And what has happened, I've created a girth hitch on the ring. And the last thing I do is put that crossing segment between the tail and the rope and cinch it up. Give this a tug, and you're ready to load that. And now we'll put the two parts together. I'll put that poacher's knot right here. Now, there was nothing wrong with the Buffalo Hitch, but the reason I had moved to the Moose Hitch on my JRB Cinch is because I want it to be easy to remove. There's scenarios where we have to remove this, and after it's been significantly loaded and I want to remove it, here's how easy it is. I take the two ends of the rope and just give it a little tug to open. It opens my poacher's knot on this accessory, and I'll remove it, put it in my bag. I'm not going to change it. I'll leave it in place. And then untie the Moose Hitch. How do we do that? By reversing the process by which we tied it. See the dedicated video on the Moose Hitch. But I'll break it, take the end, put it back through, and then force the girth hitch off. All I did was ungirth hitch it and explode that poacher's knot. And now we're back where we started. I'll give it to you one more time really quick. Poacher's knot. I'll take the loop through the ring and then the ring through the loop. And just tuck that tail so that the crossing strand grabs the barrel of the poachers. Give that a tug. And pop this back on. And then let me pop that on the tree. When it's midnight and you're producing a video and you realize that, well, maybe somebody hasn't seen the prior videos on the JRB Cinch, and you want to be absolutely sure that they know how to engage it. Well, we simply passed it around the tree. This is the end that we built, and we take the standing end of the rope, we pass a bite through, and then we simply pop a carabiner around that bite and cinch it on the tree. That's it. And to retrieve it, we attach our retrieval cord right here on the carabiner to pull away. There's a separate video on that. And to advance it with a pole, we attach our Maverick pole or a DIY pole right here, and we can advance it up the tree. Just want to make sure you got that detail. And this is where we would insert our pole to advance it. Okay, there you have it. The JRB Cinch using the Moose Hitch. Thank you.